Skyping. I heard hiking. I'm like, oh, how did that
Hiking in the next room. Like sitting there like on a treadmill, full incline, backpack and everything.
Yeah, well, that's the image that was in my brain. Actually, and I'm like, how does that affect your internet? But whatever.
Welcome back to the episode, guys.
And welcome back on my end.
Yeah, and welcome back on my end.
Boris is properly with us this time.
I'm keeping that hiking thing in there.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm back. I no longer have a second ping. So
Yes.
unfortunately, it means I have to work.
Yeah, it'll work.
I don't know. Having a second ping sounds like you should have a better internet than most of us. Oh,
Yes, Anubis.
How come that's
And
a common phrase in every game I play with people?
Well, yes, Anubis.
That'd be less embarrassing if you weren't a dad.
I think it makes it more awesome. My son
I mean,
had a great time.
Yeah, it makes it
Because I'm his
basically acceptable. That's it.
Yeah.
So do you want me to continue the main platform all the way down towards your drill cell?
I guess so. It's gonna come in one side and go out the other, isn't it?
I guess that's what we're doing.
We'll find out when we're done.
Do you know there's a tiny little speck of something. Just
Where is it?
There. It's above my. Let's see if I can position my welders or something immediately.
Let's get over here.
Oh, I probably should have mentioned this in the last episode, but I'm using DX11.
Ah.
So your
Does it make a
screen's
difference?
really dark.
Yep. Things are dark.
Things are dark.
Things are dark. But it's they fixed a bunch of bugs with it in the last. Can two people use it at the same time? No.
What's that?
To use what?
The medical room. I'm gonna die.
Oh,
There we go. But yeah, they fixed a bunch of bugs with it. I was trying it out on a live stream a while back, and it would freeze my screen up, my game up completely for like a good 60 seconds every like couple of minutes. It would just completely freeze. I was basically Boris, and
I like how that's like a marker there. How it's just like that's like what you compare to.
It's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they fixed a bunch of bugs with it, and I've been trying it out. I started trying it out again yesterday on the live stream I did, and it's worked actually pretty flawlessly. The only problem is the darkness from time to time.
Yeah.
I'm learning how to control that. Basically, it means I need to bring lights with me sometimes, but we'll see how it goes.
Makes sense in space.
Yeah, it does.
It's
Yeah.
just for recording.
It's not so great. Yeah.
Okay. Found this pebble that's stuck in space. Someone with a drill want to come and remove it or try?
Yep.
I haven't got a hand drill to hand.
All right.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it's tiny. Can you see it right there?
I do. So, but if I start drilling this, I'm going to drill your ship.
Okay. Let me move then.
Where's the pebble? Oh wait, that's not.
Oh, it is.
Got it.
You got it? Cool. It was a tiny little speck of rock. Sort of it floating in midair, and it kept on. My ship kept crashing into it.
Oh, there's another one right here as well. I can see one actually. I don't know if that's on the edge of this thing though. Ooh, all of a sudden my frames have dropped a lot.
I imagine that there's
Oh, great.
probably a YouTube song out there that somebody's made about frames.
Just frame rate.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Oh, my
Sure
friend,
does
my friend.
exist. Especially for space engineers. Because this game, I have no clue. Like, this game, just like, it's so unstable.
I've had
It's
a
ridiculous.
lot less trouble with this than I have with GTA.
I haven't got GTA on PC, so I wouldn't
Yeah,
know.
that game. That game, I don't have frame problems with that game. I just have crashing problems with that game.
I've been getting
Yeah.
lag
The
spikes.
game I have crashing issues is with City Skylines at the moment.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah, I finished that series off actually, but it's there's so many times where I record for like an hour, and like 50 minutes in or something, it would crash. I had one recording where I did a huge amount of stuff, and it crashed before I could save the game.
Oh,
It's like
Oh,
it
jeez.
crashed as I was closing off the episode, pretty much. So
Oh,
yeah,
I feel like we're in the same spot here. Okay, moving on. So I guess we are just building this all the way to the other side. Is that what we're doing?
I guess so.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
I'm building till the hole,
Okay.
Okay. Fill the
basically
hole.
just here, but you can do what you want.
if
Thanks,
you
Boris.
if you want to start laying down machinery or structures or anything, Boris, because I think you might have a clearer idea on what we're building than anybody else. I can
Yep.
weld anything.
That also sounds like a song.
I operate less on a what we need to do basis and more on what I feel like doing. So if I get bored of something, then the project stops.
Yes, I know that. Can anybody say fairy?
Fairy.
Very.
Sorry, that was an inside joke.
Well,
That was
I
very
started
inside.
to build a space ferry, and
Ah.
I left it about a year, probably. No, it's not that long. Maybe 8 months. And then eventually, it's now redundant, the idea, because the game updated so much that
Yeah, well, the
Yeah.
autopilot stuff made it so simple to do now.
so now I can't finish it, even if I wanted to, because if I did, I'd get angry YouTube comments.
Well, if you redesign it to use, actually, one of my commenters was saying that we could actually do the ferry on this server, and it would be a lot less time and effort because of the waypoint system. Like, you just have to build it and then let it fly from place to place and pick people up. And
Yeah, I guess that's
Yeah.
what we can do at this station.
Yeah.
yeah, make it a ferry port station where people can
Yeah.
all convene. Like, there's maybe one that just flies around everybody's base, and it's like a bus where it shows up at this time every day, and you can just jump on.
Yeah, make it a sort of super fast ship.
But we'll have to get Mir to get the system running, because then it'll be efficient and always on time.
We may need to. I guess we build what we need to, and then evaluate whether the station's too big. Because if we keep
Yeah.
building, then we end up with like the last, like the season 1 world of this server, not the Merry Friends or Motley Space
Yeah.
Crew or whatever you call
Whatever
it.
we call it.
Yeah, it's weird how you guys all call it Merry and Friends.
Well, mine is actually called the Motley Space Crew. But
I'll say, I think I said that in one of my episodes. It makes me feel important.
Well, at the time, I didn't know anyone other than you, so
Yeah.
it was Merry and Friends, and then it seemed a bit rude, so I changed it to the Merry Friends.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, just ignore everyone else.
yeah,
Well, I think it was something we were discussing. I remember me and you talking about it, Boris, when on one of our episodes where you were saying about the title when Mary wasn't there, and it was a weird title to call it Merry and Friends when Mary wasn't there, and we settled on
Yeah.
Merry Friends at that point.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I changed my the series title right there and then in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
video. Yeah.
I love the way that whenever somebody doesn't show up though for a recording, how you just like cross them off the list.
On the thumbnail.
Like, right on the thumbnail, there's just like this red lines, like they're gone. It cracks me up every time.
It's annoying though because it means I have to do more work.
Yes, and I know that your favorite part of YouTube is thumbnails. I hear, right?
They are an abomination on mankind.
Tell me how you really feel.
Oh my god, I'm lagging like crazy in the moment.
Oh,
All right,
don't
I'm
worry.
ready.
I'm
Like, if this is how big our
welding.
platform is gonna go. So explain it to me again, Boris, and I'll help you build it.
I'm drilling.
Okay.
That's useful.
Hang on, I'll just finish this line. But
How big do we want to have? Or so I guess all I need to know is how far apart do connectors need to be from each other.
Well, that
maybe-
depends on how the size limit of the ships.
Yeah,
we could maybe use the ugly Barry as a guide.
Yeah.
that's a pretty big ship.
That seemed, yeah.
But do you reckon you can get 12 ugly berries
that
in here?
size. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I wasn't thinking about inside here. The inside, I think I like Sal's idea of making the inside for small ships.
So what
but
make maybe
the large ones would have to be like
Scattered.
sticking out the side.
All right. Well, let's see here. So if we went all the way around the hole as the center, and we went up, down, left, right, so we can go one ship straight above, one ship straight below, left, right, and then in the corners, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 ships.
We'd have to minimize the amount of connectors we use. Not connectors, conveyors,
Yeah.
because
but that's still a
the
lot of
tubes aren't
space.
very friendly performance-wise.
Yeah, it's still not friendly, unfortunately.
But we're gonna have to move this platform, I think.
What, this colourful one?
This colorful one.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
actually, maybe that's the next job. Is we actually find a place inside here that we're gonna make the assembly room, and we just move it in and we get rid of it.
It seriously looks like a bag of Skittles just barfed all over this. like, it's.
It was a practical
I
joke.
really can't put my hand, like my finger on it. Like, why?
It was an
Yeah.
act of vandalism.
Yeah.
Basically, there's it may or I don't want to place any blame or say any names, but
Drunk
his
Spider-Man.
his name might have started with Drunk Spider-Man. But
Yeah, Sal briefly explained why it was so colourful.
I've already grassed him up.
yep.
But yeah, no, I'm just thinking of Skittles when I look at that.
So where would so the small ship, if we say small ships land in the front part here, and then we make the entrance, how far in do we want to make for small ships? So if that's the top there, maybe so if I go,
Probably round about where you are.
if I make a line in the sand
Yeah.
right here,
So then from there forward is all for small ships.
right, that would be a dock. Is that too big?
If that's going to hold all small ships, then probably
Well,
not.
It's going to hold, ships that come and dock that want to be here at the same time, basically.
Okay, so this is just for... Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's probably about the size because, you never know, like, how many are going to be there. So you need to at least be able to facilitate a few ships.
Right. So if we make that where, like, that basically should be the line where the inside building starts and the airtight area starts.
And
Okay.
what about individual docking ports so that everybody's got their own dedicated docking site for small ships? So that would be 12, was it? Did Boris say?
Yeah,
Is that-
12, but we might want to... don't want to spoil anything about possible people joining, but there might be.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we need to leave room for expansion.
Yeah. So if 12
Okay.
is
So on this small dock area, we need to have enough room for 12 small ships at the same time. That's the goal?
yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So let's just paint. So
Let's just paint.
I'm going to paint where I think, like, how big maybe things should be, and then we can
Well-
figure out.
Here's a small ship.
Whoa.
My favorite color is blue.
All right.
So if we say that's the width of one, then you might want to leave it until here.
Oh, yeah. I was actually about to paint there. So look at that. We're on the same page.
Or the
Let's
same
see
color.
how many ships that makes if we make it that wide.
So one on each side.
Probably can, I guess, yeah, one on each side, so you can get 2 ships.
So how far away is that from the other line? Oh, it's counting time. 1, 2. Okay, so 7 in between. So 1, 2. So then that would be the new line for the next set of ships.
What, then you can probably get 2 ships per section? Maybe 3? Depending on the size.
Well, yeah. Do we need to cut these right in half? I guess. Like
if you cut them directly in half, yeah.
probably do. I want to make sure there's enough room.
Yeah.
And now I need to count again. So
Well, we can extend this first one. Can we extend the first one out, or will that not look very good?
What do you mean?
Make this rectangular out the front.
I'll bring my welder.
Yeah, you could.
Place some blocks.
Yeah, why not?
But will it look a bit silly having it sort of poking out the end, or do we want it to
No.
be completely inside?
Like, you can make it kind of like on the underneath. You could kind of curve the metal under, like, to go back towards the asteroid to make it kind of look a bit more nicer instead of just a straight edge. And that will work. So then we can get rid of this. Then probably get rid
It's
of
all
these
hardly
3 here.
scientific, this.
I do not think that word means what you think it does.
It's got numbers in it.
And that's what
all.
counts.
That's all it takes.
Science.
Or if I was going to start channeling Jesse Pinkman, it'd be science, bitches.
Yeah.
All right.
What's the-
So is that
Oh, okay.
2, 3? That's only 6.
that 6,
What
was
about
it?
6
Did I count
on
wrong?
the other side? Because we've got the other side of the asteroid as well, so we could have 6 one side
Or-
and 6 the other.
You guys, we're thinking very two-dimensional right now. What if the other 6 are up there?
On the ceiling.
That could work. Have it like, yeah, because if there's no gravity in here,
Yeah.
well, then if you did have gravity, then people have to have landing gears and they just land it on the roof.
Oh, I am an expert at making change in gravities in my bases.
The landing gears in multiplayer, though, are a bit not really an option. But connectors, you can land to a connector anyway.
Yeah. I think that's what we were planning, right? Was connectors?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, landing gears. They're talking about a fix to landing gears that should actually make them work again. But
Wow.
And the rest.
Yeah.
what's that? Sorry?
And the
And
rest.
the rest would be nice.
Yeah. It would be nice if the actual games or the features in the game are actually usable.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind them if they kind of went back and properly like restabilized the game instead of adding things.
Although the last time they did a bug fixing,
It went really bad.
It got even worse.
It got even worse.
Hang on, Anubis. I'll tell you how high the roof. Or do you actually want it all the way up there?
Well, that was my plan at the moment. But
That
if you guys
seems
think
a
that that's
lot of
much,
space in between to fill.
Most
lot
people
of just
are
flat
flying
wall.
very tall ships, but very thin.
yeah. And it is just gravity to get out. So you jump out of your ship and you fall to your death.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, I was thinking take the bottom and flip it the other way so that when you get out of your ship, there's 2 floors basically
Yeah.
facing one another. And then
Another
on the
plane,
top,
or-
you'd walk in here, and then there'd be a gravity change. But I was going
like
to
that.
see how tall this would need to be.
Yeah,
One
I was
second.
just building for a bit, and then we can kill the. But I'm just
Sorry,
making
yeah,
a frame.
I'll
I
not.
was talking to myself for a bit, my microphone was muted, and I didn't know how much you missed of what I said, so I just repeated it all.
Oh, okay.
We missed all of it because that was all new to me.
Yeah, that was all new.
I'll not weld until you're comfortable with your scaffolding designs.
And I'll just sit back and watch.
Yeah.
So you're now Boris.
Yep, I've now taken Boris's place.
And with that revelation is the end of the episode.
Wow.
Woohoo!
Bye, everybody.
See you next one.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.